There was a time when connection was a deliberate act, an effort. It was the weight of a receiver in your hand, the patient crackle of a long-distance line, the careful composition of a letter that would travel for days. It was the shared silence around a radio, listening to a voice from a world away. Together. These weren't just methods of communication, they were rituals. They required our presence, our patience, our undivided attention. The spaces between words held meaning. The anticipation of a reply was a gentle tension that bound us. We gathered, we waited, we listened. Connection was an event, something to be savored. Now, fast forward to today. We've engineered a world of instantaneous, frictionless connection. We've wrapped the globe in fiber optics, launched constellations of satellites, and placed a supercomputer in nearly every pocket. Every piece of human knowledge, every song ever recorded, every friend we've ever made is theoretically just a tap away. We have built a digital nervous system for our species, a sprawling, ever-present network that promises to eliminate distance, to erase loneliness, to bring us all closer than ever before. The promise was a utopia of understanding, a global village united by a constant, flowing stream of information and interaction. We live in the most connected era in human history, a time of unprecedented access to one another. But a strange and silent paradox has taken root in the heart of this digital garden. Look around, look closely, in the vibrant hum of the city, on the quiet commute home, in the spaces where we are physically closest, a new kind of distance is growing. We are surrounded by people, yet walled off in our own private, glowing worlds. The ambient noise of humanity is being replaced by the tinny whisper of headphones and the silent, focused intensity of the downward gaze. And because of this, meaningful conversation is quietly disappearing. It's not a loud, dramatic extinction, but a slow, creeping fade. It's the conversation that never starts because an incoming notification feels more urgent. It's the shared joke that goes unheard over the allure of a viral video. It's the family dinner where the most engaging presence at the table is an algorithm, serving up personalized content to each silent participant. We share memes more than we share moments. We curate our digital selves with meticulous care, while our authentic, unedited selves sit waiting, just across the table, hoping to be seen. The air, once thick with stories, laughter, and debate, is now filled with a quiet, digital hum. The threads of real-time, face-to-face connection are fraying, one unanswered question, one missed glance at a time. We've become masters of the asynchronous reply, the carefully crafted comment, the perfectly chosen emoji. We communicate constantly, but we converse less. Conversation is a dance, a messy, unpredictable, beautiful dance of listening and responding, of reading subtle cues in a person's eyes, the slight shift in their posture, the hesitation in their voice. It requires vulnerability and spontaneity. But our new tools of connection favor something else entirely: performance. They encourage broadcasting over listening, presentation over presence. The platform is the stage, and we are all performing for an unseen audience, even when the only person who matters is sitting right in front of us. The simple act of talking, face-to-face, is becoming rare. This fundamental human experience, the very bedrock of our social evolution, is now an endangered practice. Think of it, an uninterrupted, focused conversation, free from the tyranny of the buzz in your pocket. When was the last time you had one? When was the last time you felt truly heard, not just processed? This isn't about nostalgia for a bygone era or a rejection of technology's incredible gifts. It's an observation of a profound shift in our behavior. We are outsourcing our social skills to software, and in the process, we are forgetting the simple, powerful magic of being present with another human being. We are losing the art of the tangent, the comfort of shared silence, the spark of a new idea born between two minds in real time, and that loss is reshaping our relationships, our emotions, and even our society. When we lose conversation, we lose more than just words. We lose a primary tool for building empathy, for navigating complex emotions, for forging resilient bonds. Our relationships become more brittle, defined by curated updates rather than shared experiences. Our emotional landscape flattens, as we struggle to articulate the nuances of our lives in character-limited boxes, replacing deep understanding with shallow validation. And as a society, we retreat further into our own echo chambers. Our ability to understand different perspectives, to find common ground, to solve complex problems together, begins to atrophy. Each glowing window in the city skyline represents a home, a life, a story. But increasingly, they represent islands, connected by invisible signals, but separated by an ever-widening sea of silence. This is the great disconnect, and understanding it is the first step toward finding our way back to each other. There is a rhythm to our shared humanity, a cadence that has echoed through the ages. It's the sound of voices rising and falling in a crowded diner, the murmur of stories exchanged on a park bench, the collaborative energy of an office buzzing with discussion. For centuries, this was the undeniable foundation of human connection, conversation. It was the invisible thread weaving the fabric of our societies, the primary medium through which we understood ourselves and each other. Think of the world before the glow of a personal screen became a permanent fixture in our hands. Ideas spread through voices, not screens. An idea wasn't a viral post, but a seed planted in a conversation, carried across towns by travelers, debated in marketplaces, and refined over countless retellings around a fire. It was a living thing, shaped by the nuance of tone, the gesture of a hand, the look in a storyteller's eye. This process was slower, yes, but it was also deeper. It demanded presence, attention, and participation. It required us to listen not just to the words, but to the person speaking them. Communities were built around shared stories, not silent scrolling. Our sense of belonging was forged in the town square, the church hall, the front porch. It was in the shared laughter, the collective gasp of a ghost story, the heated but respectful debates that sharpened our beliefs and taught us empathy. We learned to navigate the complex terrain of human emotion, to read the subtle cues of joy, sorrow, or disagreement on a person's face. We learned patience, waiting for our turn to speak. We learned vulnerability, sharing a piece of ourselves and trusting it would be received with care. This was the apprenticeship of being human, and its classroom was everywhere people gathered. It was in these unmediated, face-to-face encounters that we didn't just exchange information. We affirmed our shared existence. We saw ourselves reflected in the eyes of others and knew, fundamentally, that we were not alone. This was the world we inhabited, a world built on the simple, profound power of talk. Then, something shifted. A change so rapid and so total that we barely had time to register what was happening. It began subtly, a new device in our pockets, a convenient tool for calls and texts. But in just 15 years, a blink of an eye in human history, smartphones have fundamentally rewired the circuitry of our social lives. The vibrant, noisy landscape of human interaction has been steadily, almost silently, replaced. The foundation of conversation has been challenged by a new architecture of connection, one built not on voices, but on glass. The face-to-face talk that once defined our days has been largely substituted with taps, swipes, and an endless cascade of digital noise. The family dinner table, once a sanctuary for daily debriefs and shared experiences, now often hosts a silent gathering of individuals, each lost in their own private, illuminated world. The commute on a train, once a space for idle chatter or quiet observation of the world, has become a sea of downturned heads. The rhythmic clatter of the tracks drowned out by the silent scrolling through infinite feeds. We are, without question, more connected than ever before, but in a way that feels paradoxically distant. Our social interactions are now mediated, filtered, and performed. We communicate in carefully curated snippets, a witty comment, a perfect photo, a reactive emoji. We have traded the unpredictable, messy, and deeply rewarding nature of real-time conversation for the controlled, asynchronous, and often superficial exchange of digital information. The rich, multi-sensory experience of talking with another person has been flattened into a two-dimensional interface. The warmth of a voice is replaced by a text bubble. The comfort of a shared silence is filled with the anxiety of a pending reply. The nuance of facial expressions is lost, crudely approximated by a library of cartoon icons. This isn't a judgment, but an observation of a profound and universal transformation. This device, this incredible portal to all the world's knowledge and to nearly everyone we've ever met, has also become a barrier. It's a partition between us and the person sitting right across the table. It's a distraction from the world unfolding right in front of our eyes. In gaining a tool for constant communication, we may be losing the art of genuine conversation. We've traded the analog depth of human presence for the digital breadth of networked existence. And as we navigate this new reality, a quiet question begins to surface in the silence between the notifications. What is the cost of this trade? What do we lose when we forget how to simply talk to one another? This is the story of that shift and the search for what we may have left behind. People laughing around a bulky desktop computer. Do you remember the promise? In the flickering dawn of the digital age, social media arrived not as a product, but as a prophecy. It was sold to us as a great connector, a digital campfire around which the entire world could gather. It promised to shrink the globe, to resurrect forgotten friendships from the pages of a high school yearbook, and to build bridges of understanding between strangers separated by oceans and cultures. The early platforms felt like digital scrapbooks, a bit clumsy, deeply personal, and wonderfully authentic. We shared grainy photos and wrote earnest, unpolished updates, not for an audience, but for our friends. It was a quiet, hopeful space, a testament to the simple human desire to connect, to share, and to be seen for who we were. The vision was utopian, a global village where every voice could find a listener and every person could find their tribe. We were promised a new kind of intimacy, one that transcended physical distance. Social media promised connection, but delivered performance. Somewhere along the way, the campfire became a stage, and we, the storytellers, became the actors. The intimate scrapbook was replaced by a glossy, public-facing portfolio. The pressure shifted from sharing our lives to branding them. Every post became a scene, every photo a headshot, every life update a press release. We are all content creators now, curating the highlight reel of our existence for an unseen, ever-judging audience. The candid laugh that took 27 takes. The effortless vacation photo meticulously planned and filtered. The authentic moment that ceases to be authentic the second a camera is pointed at it. We are performing a version of ourselves we think the world wants to see, a character in a play of our own making. And in the relentless pursuit of this digital persona, the real, unscripted self often gets left behind, waiting in the wings. Instead of conversations, we craft captions. The spontaneous, messy, beautiful art of dialogue has been replaced by the calculated science of the post. A real conversation is a dance of listening and responding, of vulnerability and empathy. It's filled with pauses, interruptions, and the shared understanding that comes from looking someone in the eye. Online, this dance is impossible. We don't talk each other, we broadcast each other. We spend minutes, even hours, agonizing over a few sentences, not to be better understood, but to be better received. We weigh every word, not for its truth, but for its potential to garner likes, to avoid controversy, to project the right image. The comments section, once imagined as a forum for discussion, has become a gallery of reactions, a string of fire emojis, a one-word compliment, a performative disagreement. These are not the building blocks of connection. They are echoes in a chamber, affirmations that our performance has landed, that our broadcast has been received. Instead of listening, we compete for attention. In the analog world, attention is a gift we give to one another. It is focused, finite, and intentional. When we truly listen, we offer our presence. Online, attention is not a gift. It is a currency. It is the resource for which we are all desperately competing. The algorithms that govern these platforms are designed not to foster understanding, but to maximize engagement. They are attention merchants, and they have made us all into rivals in a vast, unending tournament for eyeballs. We are pitted against our friends, our family, and millions of strangers, all vying for a sliver of the collective consciousness. This competition changes our behavior. We learn what gets a reaction. We post at optimal times. We use trending sounds and hashtags not to express ourselves, but to game the system, to climb the feed, to win the prize of being noticed, even for a fleeting moment. Every platform rewards shouting, not listening. Nuance is quiet. Complexity is patient. Empathy requires effort. These are the qualities of meaningful human connection, and they are poison to the algorithm. The digital town square is not governed by the wisdom of the crowd, but by the physics of virality. Outrage travels faster than understanding. A hot take gets more traction than a considered opinion. A shocking claim will always drown out a gentle truth. The system is architected for noise. It amplifies the loudest, most extreme voices, while the moderate, the thoughtful, and the conciliatory are rendered invisible. We are being behaviorally conditioned, post by post, to abandon the middle ground. We learn that to be heard, we must yell. To be seen, we must shock. And to connect, we must first divide. The result is a public discourse that is perpetually inflamed, a society of broadcast monologues where everyone is speaking and no one is hearing. And the louder the internet becomes, the quieter our real lives get. This is the great paradox. We have built the most sophisticated communication network in human history, yet we feel more disconnected than ever. We carry a portal to billions of people in our pockets, yet we feel profoundly alone. For every minute we spend performing online, we lose a minute of authentic living. For every ounce of energy we pour into our digital avatar, we rob our real selves of vitality. The constant hum of the online world creates a silence in our homes, at our dinner tables, and in our own minds. We have forgotten how to sit with boredom, how to navigate an awkward silence, how to simply be present with the people right in front of us. The digital noise is a distraction from the quiet ache of our own solitude. We scroll to feel less alone, but the endless performance only deepens the isolation. We have traded the richness of real-world connection for the empty calories of digital validation, and we are starving. For younger generations, texting has replaced talking. Messages feel safer than conversation. No tone, no awkward pauses, no vulnerability. But something gets lost. Warmth, tone, connection. Texting is communication, without the human. As conversation declines, so do social skills. Eye contact, patience, listening. These abilities fade when we don't practice them. More people than ever fear phone calls, a skill that once came naturally. Despite constant digital connection, loneliness has reached record levels. Psychologists call it a quiet epidemic. We have access to everyone, yet feel close to no one. Conversations teach empathy. They force us to listen, understand tone, and read emotion. But online, empathy is optional. The less we talk, the less we understand each other.
Know you've been a good friend, and that's through the thick and thin, and I know it's never gonna end, 'cause you've been a good friend.
The solution isn't complicated. We simply need to talk again, to put down our devices, to share stories, to reconnect with the voices around us. Conversation is a skill, and like any skill, it can be rebuilt.
Know you've been a good friend, and that's through the thick and thin, and I know it's never gonna end, 'cause you've been a good friend.
In a digital world, conversation is our last human language. It grounds us, shapes us, and keeps our relationships alive. To save connection, we must rediscover conversation.